should never update and not learn the new rules. It's important.
Well, it's kind of updated. It just sort of updates itself.
Well, it's like getting a new girlfriend. You've got to learn the ins and outs and what buttons do what, because she's not like your last girlfriend. That angle's not good for her as it was for the old one. So like some like a wet kiss, and others just want to chase the dry one, like a James Bond kiss from the early 60s,
A big slap across the face and then just ram your teeth down her throat. One of those kisses.
It's not a passionate kiss if you're not banging teeth, right?
Clink. Fuck.
Yeah. If you're not, you're not chipping veneers, you're doing it all wrong.
Proper movie kiss.
Yeah.
Basically just sucking the other person's face off.
Yeah. Essentially, you just want to open your mouth as wide as you can, pull your gums back really tight, expose your top and bottom teeth, and then just smash them into the other person's teeth.
Yeah. And
That's kissing.
Just smash your tongue out right under their tonsils and just slap it down their throat.
Yeah.
In a pleasurable way.
Long. But yeah, in a pleasurable way. I mean, it's as long as you're in the right mindset. Don't do it when they're asleep. That's going to cause problems 20 years down the line when they remember it.
Were we supposed to do something?
I'm just reminding you to read the manual when you get something new. Don't just think, I know what I'm doing here. I can do this. I've done this before, because things change. Just be careful out there, Dan.
Don't know how this is relevant. I got a software update today for my car.
Oh, did you read?
Doesn't tell me what it is exactly at all. Like, it doesn't say anything. It just says you've got an update. You go release notes, and it goes, "Yep, that's it."
Okay.
That really annoyed me.
Has it figured out how to blow warm air on your cock yet?
Yeah, it's been doing that since I got it.
It's the Tesla blowjob.
Yeah, I got the heat pump.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah,
warms your anus and then blows air on your pork and beans. Tesla
it changes lanes now when I just put the indicator on. It changes the lane for me. It's wicked. Love it. I love it.
Anyway, we are here to do something. What are we here to do again? Producer
Serial Killer Soundtrack is an album released by a comedy metal punk group, Green Jelly? Green Jello. Green Jelly?
Well,
Green Jello. Green Jelly? Green Jello.
Country.
Yeah.
I think.
No, there's a little story behind it. So in 1993, it was released. It is the soundtrack to their video album, Serial Killer. It is the last album the band released under the name Green Jello, as subsequent legal action over the trademark Jello led to the band being rebranded as Green Jelly, with little umlauts over the Y, which would lead to later pressings of the album being reprinted with the new band name.
Uh-huh.
So I was watching a little thingy last night, an interview with the singer, who's the only constant member, and he said, like, I don't know, was it Kraft, was one of those breakfast cereal foods companies, sued them over the name Green Jello. So they changed it to Green Jelly, but they put the umlauts over the Y, and he says that means you pronounce it as Green Jello, even though it's pronounced written as Green Jelly.
Sounds smart. Yeah.
Yeah, and so everybody's fucking confused now. What are they called?
Oh, it's just Green Jelly to me.
Yeah, I call him Green Jelly. I saw him in an interview and he was like kind of going back and forth and using one and the other. And
so he doesn't even know.
No, apparently no. He doesn't actually know himself what this band's named.
It's part of the mystery, perhaps.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, Brad.
Wow, it is, especially if you store it in a teddy bear. I can't remember that one that I traded for the Playboy magazine.
You're bringing up a lot of hurt there. No.
Sorry to bring it up. You just reminded me, and I like to rub shit in. Makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah, and you've destroyed the nudie pics of Ginger Spice, haven't you? Someone had a little accident, and
semen
pages
does that
are
to
all
paper. Yeah,
it's like
it's human glue. We know this, and it was a hot river of frothy ejaculate. To quote the great man.
So $14,000 down the drain after only 2 days.
It didn't cost me a thing. It was a trade. And look, the pictures are still there on the internet if you really want it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Spice.
Yeah, I learned afterward that the pictures are all for free on the internet of naked Ginger Spice, and you didn't really need to sell my teddy bear full of $14,000 of cocaine.
No. But
in order to buy it.
It has been a learning couple of weeks. All right, we're all learning.
You had a learning moment.
Teachable moment, and I'm happy to move on from it. All right.
I'm sure you are, but it doesn't bring back my porcelain teddy bear full of $14,000 worth of cocaine, does it?
Well, easy come, easy go. I mean, with your connections, it's no big deal. What are we talking about again?
Green Jelly Serial Killer soundtrack album. So they did originally. So what they did was they filmed all music videos to these songs he written, and this is the soundtrack to that video. So it was like the video was the priority, and the album was kind of a thing they did afterward.
Yeah. Well, where you go.
They had some hit songs. They had some hit songs on this album.
They sure did. My introduction was, I reckon, like most people, maybe yourself included, MTV, or what did we have? Not RTR Countdown, that's too early. Juice. Was it Juice TV back then? Because this would have been what? Early 90s. 93-ish, I guess. I don't know. By the time it got here. And the music video for the big hit of the album, Three Little Pigs, was on high repeat. Saturday morning music video shows, it was always on there. And that's what I saw first. And fuck me, that's quality music video, right? For those that haven't seen it, like stop motion, plasticine characters. And it's like a modern LA style retelling of the Three Little Pigs. Would that be fair, Dan? You think? Yeah. And comedy song, hilariously animated. Rambo turns up. Everybody knows the fucking song, right? And it was great. I liked the song, and then promptly forgot about the band, right? Just that was a thing. I would, as a young teenager, that was funny. Moving along, living my life. And then on to Trip, a couple of years later, I don't know, let's say late 90s, stumbled across, in possibly real groovy, the VHS Serial Killer. And I thought, that's fucking $10. It was cheap. I'm having that. I'm taking it home. So I listened to this album. I don't know whether it was the right or the wrong way, but I had the movie before I had the soundtrack. And
did you?
I did. I had the VHS for you old cunts. You know what that is. I loved it.
It's a sexually transmitted disease.
Yeah, it really was.
Mm.
Yeah, especially when the tracking got stuck. Um,
How'd the tracking get stuck? Did you jizz in it?
Well, that's one reason it may have happened.
Right.
There were some spicy videos in
Mm.
this thing. Something about putting a dude on the wheel, and
How's me teenage rave?
Yep, that's the one. How's me teenage rave? How's me teenage rave? Yeah.
What
I'm
me?
gonna. Yeah.
You want snaky?
You want snaky? You
Yeah,
don't
you
want
don't want
snaky.
snaky.
Yeah. I want snaky.
Okay, Here comes snaky.
So you can imagine the music video for that was pretty. I didn't re-find it on YouTube for this. I should have, but young Brad found it very spicy, very very spicy. It was kind of like my first forbidden VHS, if you know what I mean. But overall, it was just rock videos and dudes with long hair rocking out with guitars, with the occasional entertaining song, and I fucking loved it. I watched that shit front to back over and over again. It was rad, and at some point along the way I must have picked up the CD, but yeah, it was video first for sure. What about you? How did you discover the green jello?
I remember there was a slow period where every song on music television sucked. And then Green Jelly came along. I was like, holy fuck, this song's wicked. Three Little Pigs.
Three Little Pigs? Yeah.
And then, yeah, like you, I didn't get the album because I thought it'd be one of those joke bands with, I don't know. I just had in my mind they're going to have one good song and the rest is shit.
Yeah.
But then I bumped into some people that I used to hang out with, and they had the album, and they would play it all the time. Right. I was sitting there going, every song's fucking great. But I never bought the record for some reason. I don't know why. And then I remember the bear song. The bear went over the mountain to see what he could see.
Hey! Oh! The other side of the mountain saw that he could see. Hey! Yeah. That was the later album, eh?
Great song, too.
Yeah. That came later. That was like 98, 99, wasn't it? The beer song. That was in there somewhere. Yeah.
It was on the Dumb and Dumber soundtrack.
What was that? Oh, there you go.
Apparently the album flopped, and but the song was well known from Dumb and Dumber.
Ah. Yeah, well, I never picked up anything other than this one.
Yeah, I never picked up anything at all, but I thought it was all great.
Well, then, if that was the case, then on the re-listen, how did you go? Rolling around in your updated Tesla, changing lanes without even trying. How'd you go this week?
Really enjoyed it. Good as I remember. Some really great songwriting. There's a couple of weaker songs, but on the whole, everything's great.
Yeah, it's a good time, eh? Like, I'm gonna have to just, early on, I feel like we'll be on a similar page here. I'd stumbled across it again on a road trip. I think I was going down Taranaki or something. And I'm going to give this a listen. And again, just surprised at how rocking it was. And it's kind of edgy. But again, I was remembering it as like a joke thing. But then it all just came flooding back. Like, this is a good time. It's just fun. You got to be in the right frame of mind, of course. But yeah, good times. It's just rocking.
Yeah, I think I'm sort of done with it at the end of the week. I'm kind of done with it, but enjoyed it while I was enjoying it. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Take a break for a few years, and then it'll be all right. Did you have any tracks stand out to you apart from Three Little Pigs, of course?
I think, well, if we go through it, Obey the Cow God, wicked. Three Little Pigs.
The Cow God. Yeah.
Yeah, we live in a country where we don't eat meat.
We
Yeah.
live in it. Yeah. It's kind of, isn't it like I've felt listening to it this week that a lot of them are just rip-offs of other bands. Would that be fair?
Uh,
Like Obey the Cow God's kind of like um oh no, it's not okay to Obey the Cow God. What's the Anarchy and Bedrock, of course, is a rip-off of the Sex Pistols.
well, it's the cover where they changed the lyrics.
Yeah. And then Electric Harley House of Love, is that the one where they say, "This might sound like Metallica"? That's the one, eh? Yeah. So
I don't
they
really
know what
pick
they're
up
doing.
on it. I like Rock and Roll Pumpkin.
How's that one go? Forgotten that
Rock
one.
and Roll Pumpkin. Say it again. Rock and Roll Pumpkin. Say it again. You forget that one?
Yeah, well, I did. So there you go.
That's a great song.
Sounds pretty memorable. Yeah.
I really like Flight of the Skajakwita. Oh, cool
Oh
song.
yeah. Yeah. Good one. I like
Yeah.
like in the early, so in the 90s, the heavy re-listen song was Electric Harley House of Love.
Yeah.
Because that's, it's pretty catchy, pretty rocking.
I think that was a song people said was like a rip-off of Into Sandman, but I never quite heard it, you know?
All right. Yeah, no, I didn't. I know there's a lyric in one of the songs, like in the last verse. They sing, I know we sound like Metallica, and then they make a joke about it. I can't remember which song that was because my phone with all my notes in it, I can't find in the dark room because the fucking lights aren't working in the studio. So it's tough here in the West Wing. Yeah.
I have to say, the songs I didn't like, I've written Borderline for Trippin' on Ecstasy and Misadventures of Shitman.
What? It's poo poo.
Yeah. He's got poo.
Yeah. Boom. Now we're back now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Stupid.
that was Misadventures of Shitman was the first song he ever wrote.
Oh, that makes
Very early
sense.
one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one sort of wore out of me, but maybe Green Jelly theme songs a bit average as well.
Look,
That's good enough.
it all wears thin, like the shtick. But when you're there for it, when you've maybe had half a bottle plus of your wine, not while you're driving your Tesla, of course.
I do drink wine in the Tesla. But the car's driving, so technically.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's not drunk driving, it's drunk driven.
Sitting.
Yeah. So it's
the
just
car hasn't drunk anything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. So I mean, look, let's get to the point that everybody brings up when they talk about Green Jelly's first album. First album? I don't know. This album is that Maynard from Tool had his vocal debut on this one.
That's quite a few. Danny Carey was in this band. Maynard used to be in the band.
Yeah, they've got connections.
Quite a few people. Apparently, they have hundreds of members in this band.
And just the singer is the
Manspeaker, I think his name is Brian Manspeaker.
Okay.
Maynard does a guest vocal on Three Little Pigs.
He's the one of the little pigs, isn't he?
Oh.
Not by the hair of our chinny chin chin is Maynard's vocal debut. Unfortunately for him, but
all downhill from there.
Somewhere. Yeah, just like our early days of PNC of Pointless and Confused. Don't go back there, people. Those were tough times. We were just barely scraping by. That was before the West Wing and the Teslas and I think of those times often and how far we've come.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I've had 8 divorces since then.
8 divorces. Yeah, that's relearning the female body 8 times.
Mm.
Uh,
Well,
is
14 marriages and 8 divorces.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when
It's
you're
a
a
long
Mormon,
story. Yeah. I guess it's a short story. I'm a Mormon. Yeah.
solved.
Yeah.
Get the dishes done, and the
Yeah.
vacuuming,
Mm.
and the sexual activity, and the
Yeah.
lawns,
Yeah.
and you're not doing any of it.
There's a sex roster. So
There would be, wouldn't
Margaret
there?
is Monday.
We've got any
Tina
what's
is
it called?
Tuesday.
If we have any,
I married women where their letters of their names line up with days of the week just to make it easier so
you'd
I
have
can remember.
Mandy and
Winona
Tina
is Wednesday.
and Winona and Tracy and Frank.
Yeah, it's Frank.
Yeah, Frank.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of marriages where it's just
then
like everything goes.
Sandy and Stuart.
Yeah, Stuart. Yeah,
So it's mostly Muff and a couple of.
I'm
cocks.
not gay, but I needed one with an S in their name.
Well, there's nothing.
And
there's
I'm
nothing.
stuck with it. Yeah.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of S's in your local town, so Stuart just, he's not gay. He fought you every step of the way, and he still does. But he's your Sunday, isn't he?
He's Sunday. Yeah, yeah. So I'm not gay either, but yeah, it's a marriage. You got to keep the flame stoked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the modern government was going to make you do it anyway, so you just went and did it yourself, didn't you? You got a gay marriage.
It's diversity and inclusion. Yeah.
Mm.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I'm only gay 2 days of the week.
Yeah, I think that's.
You think of it in those terms. Yeah, that's pretty normal.
5-2. The straightness is winning. And then life's about balance, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'd like to know if we have any fundamentalist Mormon listeners, which I'm sure we do with our quality programming here at PNC. If you have multiple wives or husband wives, hives we like to call them, do you have a sex roster? These are the things that the world needs to know. So please, just get in touch. Email, Facebook, Mormon book. I think you have God book, Jesustagram, Christagram. Sorry, I got that wrong. It's Christagram. Yeah. The religious social media.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they should get in touch with us, and let us know because it's important. This album, though, seeing we're getting down to it already, skippability for you.
Like I said, Tripping on Ecstasy and Adventures of Shipman, borderline. I might sit through them, or they're pretty tempting to skip some. But the whole week, I never skipped anything. I listened to the whole thing straight through every time, and I sort of snapped out of it when Apple Music started playing a different album and go, oh, where am I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I found on many occasions that track one would just rip up again, and I'd be like, oh, I'm there already. I was there for the ride. And I mean, I picked it and I wasn't expecting it to be an easy listen. But yeah, I had a good time. Great time.
I kept reading, I had a little look up because I kept thinking on was it How's Me Teenage Rave? It's like, is that Sam Rockwell doing the vocals? Like it sounds like but I couldn't find it mentioned anywhere.
Oh, yeah. Put me on the wheel. Put me on the wheel. You want to see Snaky?
The monkey likes you. Will he bite? No, he won't bite you. Be nice to the monkey.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to listen to their latest album.
Oh, yeah. How did that go?
Oh, shit. Didn't like it at all. I only got a few songs in. I was like, oh god.
Is that like a 2020s type album, or are they a little bit
Yeah,
further back?
yeah, still going. It's the one guy. Apparently,
Yeah.
he does. During COVID, he started doing WTF TV, and he would
Oh,
broadcast a 3-hour show every week where he's
all
had
right.
the puppets and doing all the Green Jelly songs. And now he's moved out and doing a residency at the Whiskey A Go Go. So every Wednesday
Oh,
night, you can go down there and see him. Um, well,
wow.
if he's still there, I don't know, but
Yeah, so he's
where he was
doing all
going.
right for himself. That's all right.
Yeah, I
Green
mean, yeah,
Jelly. Still going from the early 90s to now.
still doing it.
That's impressive, you know. Well, it's like you remember, we've never done one of their albums, but the Presidents of the United States of America, fucking what a long band name. You know, hits
What's that?
such as Lump and Peaches
Features.
and Kitty and Mach 5. You know, they had a bunch of hits. I guess they would have been mid 90s as well.
Yep.
I love their first album, actually. Maybe that's a future. Anyway, the lead singer from that band now makes children's music albums, and he seems to be doing quite well for himself. But it's all like kind of like the Wiggles, but sounds like the presidents of the United States of America. Hmm.
Is it
So do
grunge kids songs or just
Well, no,
Wiggles?
they're kids' songs, but you can feel the president's vibe in there, you know. And there's a couple of songs that are great, and the rest is, you know, just kid trash. But I guess he's got to pay the bills. He's probably got ex-wives like yourself. Got to keep him happy.
He's probably making more money now than he ever did with Pussy. There's a big kid market, you know. Those kids just throw cash around like they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck. He disappeared again.
Man, I'm back. They're yeah, I'm having a bad night with my tech. So
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Producer Eric,
We
get your
gotta
shit
rate it.
together.
Gotta rate it.
Fuck off. I'm getting mad at Eric. Stop turning my mic off. It's not funny anymore. I'm sorry that Dan fucked your wife, but he's insatiable. Don't take it out on me. Okay, sorry. Producer
Is she a
Eric.
woman?
Well, it was the Saturday, Sandy Saturday, not Stuart Sunday. Yeah.
No, he's got a different one, doesn't he? I thought he was married to a dude.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he tucked it away when you were with him. I don't know. There's technology these days. The things they can do with cocks, it's unbelievable.
Maybe she's just got a giant clitoris.
Well, that's what cocks are, right?
Oh, are they?
We're all women.
We
Apparently.
got 1 minute to rate this. I'm going to give it an 8.
You know what? I agree. 8 out of 10. Like, if you're in the mood, it's 8 out of 10. If you're not in the mood, it can be a 3. You know? So it's a thrate. It's a thrate out of 10.
It's good stuff. You just, you got to listen to different things. You can't just blast one thing forever.
It can't all be rock set. You know, as much as that's all we want to listen to all the time, get on the joyride, sometimes you need the jello.
All right. Another perfect episode, Brad. Another perfect episode. Be proud of ourselves.
As always, say hi to Stuart for me.
Oh, yeah. That's the gay one, isn't it? Yeah. Okay.